Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Thoughtful Leaders, an initiative under Thoughts on Education by Collegedunia.com. Thoughts on Education initiative is to enrich the user experience at Collegedunia.com and try to bridge the long due gap between the vision of the top management and the students. Today, we have with us Dr. Monika Sethi Sharma. Dr. Monika Sethi Sharma is the Dean, Faculty of Commerce and Management and Director, Incubation and Innovation Center at Kalinga University, Raipur. I would like to begin by enlightening our audience with a brief introduction of yours. Ma'am did her Masters in Economics and MBA from Pandit Ravi Shankar Shukla University in Raipur. Ma'am then went ahead to complete her PhD from the same. Before joining Kalinga University, Ma'am has held key positions at various institutes and universities across the country. She was the professor and HOD at ITM University, Raipur, and then Director PGDM and Deputy Director UG Programs at Universal Business School, Mumbai. Ma'am has also been a faculty at SPJAN Mumbai, BITS Pilani, and IIM Raipur. Ma'am has more than 22 years of work experience across various industries. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you so much for welcoming me. Thank you.
Shall we begin?
Please.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, my first question to you is, as an academician with an experience with some of the best institutes and universities in the country, what is your view regarding the education system in India?
Gaurav, to be very honest with you, I always feel I'm being blessed with having the experience with the best of the places, which you have named few. They have always given me a platform where I have seen the world open up. Like I have seen and I have always been enriched with step up, thinking, oh my gosh, it's so much to learn. Learn the ecosystem where we can provide value to the time for the students who are coming there with lots of expectation. So, Gaurav, to be very honest, best of the places always try to give more and more to their students and fulfill their expectation. And if I answer your second thing, when we talk about the education system in our country, I'll put it in a very simple words, so as everybody can understand. Gaurav, अगर आप बहुत simply समझे, education has only three things. You have input, you have process, and you have output.
Yes.
जब हम input की बात करते हैं, you have students as an input, you have faculty as an input, and when they are been coming to the college, and the syllabus, very important is the syllabus. So these are the three inputs. Now, when we come with these inputs, when these three things are very good, when you have good quality of students, when you have good qualities of faculty, and you have a syllabus which is industry relevant, the syllabus which can add upon the skills to the students, then comes the process. Process means we call it as 4 M's. When I talk about 4 M's, the first M stands for the material. The material, you can call it as library, you can call it as e-material, you can call it as, the teaching material which the faculty give them. Then you have machineries, that second M when we say. Machinery over here, we talk about the infrastructure. The infrastructure which can give add-on to the education system, like what kind of labs you use. Simulation labs, you have computer labs, you have SPSS lab, you have the different facilities which a student feel, which a student can experience. Like you have stock market labs. Those are the things which create a real life aura for those students. Then The third M, we talk about the manpower. That is the leaders of the different schools with their teams. How do they treat the students? And the fourth and the very important M is the management. The top leader of that particular university or that particular school. That is, what is the vision of the top management? That is very important work. And the outcome is based on your input as well as the process. When I talk about outcome, it is not just the degree, Gaurav. It is the degree with the skills. It is the degree with a creative learning. It is the degree with a confidence. So if we are able to give that degree with the skills, creative learning and the confidence, I think we are into the win-win situation of input-output process.
Yes, ma'am. Well said.
Thank you.
Ma'am, being the Dean Faculty of Commerce and Management and also the Director Incubation and Innovation Center at Kalinga University, what differences you want to bring to the academics and encourage enterprising skills amongst the students?
Gaurav, I have a very simple philosophy. बहुत एक छोटी सी सोच है, which I always tell to my students, that success doesn't come from marks.
Yes.
It doesn't come from grades or distinction. Don't take me wrong. I'm not saying कि पढ़ना is not important. वो important है. But success does not come from the marks, grades or distinction. It comes from an experience that expand your belief of what is possible. Gaurav, ये बहुत important है. You know that you give the belief to a student that he or she can do it. This is possible. This is doable. You know what happened is, every time, right from our childhood, everybody tells us, ये नहीं हो सकता, ये नहीं कर सकते, वो नहीं कर सकते. No, don't put that into the mind. Just give them a free environment, ecosystem which build up their confidence. I always try with my team to bring that difference in the students, that you can do it. It is possible. Keep on trying it. It's okay. हम 1000 बार fail होंगे. It is fine with me. But हम try कर रहे हैं. That is important.
Yes.
It's all right to fail. But keep on doing the new things which will make you different from other, because every failure will give you a new lesson. So this is what my small philosophy is. And similarly, being a director in incubation and innovation cell, apart from being a dean over here, I always try to encourage the student for becoming an enterprise. Because, we belong to that society where we believe that educated people should only get, only the job. Parents still have this set of mind कि अगर पढ़ाया लिखाया तो नौकरी मिलनी चाहिए.
Yes.
I just smile on the student when they come and they ask me, what is the highest package? I still smile on the kids, when they ask this, because I personally feel, don't come here for the highest package. Okay, that can be the goal, but come here to enhance your skills. Come here to enhance your ability. Come here to enhance your confidence. Jobs will जाएंगी. That will be never a problem for a skilled and a confident person. So this is what my theory is. And for being an enterprise, to encourage the student for being an enterprise, we start with the 3 steps. We encourage our faculty member. We tell them that please आप भी encourage करिए. You have lots of training program for the faculty. We have lots of webinars for the students. We have business plan competition. Recently, Gaurav, we had a business plan competition this semester, and we got 52 business plans, which were like, wow. And we have sent that to our partners who were the sponsor partners at UK.
Okay.
And they really found it very interesting. And with this, we are planning with the boot camps. Now we are planning to open the business plan competition for for the students of Chhattisgarh, as well as for the, maybe for nationwide, we want to open up this particular competition. So we are just trying to build up the confidence among the students with a very beautiful infrastructure which support the students' business plans over here, with the seed money, with supporting the students when they are been studying over here, with the same belief that experience that expand your belief that this is possible. So while studying over here, वो पढ़ते पढ़ते अपने business plan को execute करते हैं. 2 साल जब यहाँ होते हैं, we support them. After that also, we provide them the infrastructure. We have a beautiful infrastructure. So we provide them the infrastructure, we mentor them, we give them the seed money if it is required, or if they win that particular competitions. And we try to do our maximum so as our student can take confidence, with their business plan.
Okay. And ma'am,
Yes,
in your previous answer, you mentioned that jobs will always be there for a skilled person. And for some time
exactly.
now, there has been talks about industry relevant skills. So in such a scenario, how does the curriculum at Kalinga University ensures the best practice of the industry?
Gaurav, this is the beauty of a private university. Private university always have a freedom of making or updating their syllabus.
Yes.
That's a strength which we have, right? So we are not that old university who will sit down and wait for the syllabus revision, right? Now, if we have to make the syllabus, even we take the input from our own students that does this syllabus excite you? Learning leadership from Chanakya, will that excite you? Learning leadership from Mahabharata, do you think it will be adding on value to you? So we take feedback from all our stakeholders, and apart from that, जब हम यहाँ syllabus बनाते हैं, Gaurav, we make it sure, apart from our core courses जो उनको पढ़ने हैं, they have lots of specializations. They have skill enhancement courses. They have employability enhancement courses like computer, communication skills. They have ability enhancement courses. They have extra curriculum, which are being designed and which have marks. We have around 7 clubs where you have academic clubs. You have so many different things which is being added upon in curriculum and co-curriculum, and which I think, Gaurav, आज के बच्चे को उसकी बहुत जरूरत है, because nowadays student always the students are being born with something more. So as a private university, we are being able to provide that. We are being able to provide them collaborative learning, flip classroom learning. We have lots of games. We have lots of experiential learning, hand-on experience for their courses, application-based learning. So it is something like you are creating interest for the subject. It is not just teaching the subject, So this is what an advantage of a private university, where you can have best of the syllabus and best of the teaching. Right, Gaurav?
Yes, ma'am.
So are you excited? Are you thinking like, oh yes, this should be there when, as a student, this should be there. Right, Gaurav?
Yes. Unfortunately, I have completed my education, but these are some of the things that I would have wanted to see when I was in college.
Gaurav, believe me, I take feedback from every corner. When I'm making up the syllabus, I am so open that whatever we make, we share it to the world. We say, please give me more, because I want to give, or my team wants to give, my top management want to give the best to the students. Yes, Gaurav.
And ma'am, the education space is going through a major overhaul. Like in the past 5 to 10 years, the space has changed drastically.
True.
So, in such a scenario, what is the university's top priority over the next 10 years?
When you talk about our priorities, we have kept our priorities very simple. बहुत हमारी simple से, if I say 4 pillars हैं, we always try to strengthen those 4 pillars.
Okay.
Majorly, one is we try our best for transforming the life. When a student is coming to the university, we try that we make a conscious leader, manager, or an enterprise who can really contribute to the society. So when a child is coming or when a student has been coming to us, they should feel that their 4 years, 3 years, or 2 years were really valuable. We were being able to bring some change. Garvit, वो बहुत important है, because over here, especially at Chhattisgarh, students come from a very humble background. When they come from a humble background and when you give them an international platform, when you tell them, when you show them the word and you say, hey, you are the best, and when they are being standing on that platform and they win and come back, that satisfaction which gives, that satisfaction which you get as a university, I think that is like wow. So the first very important pillar for us is transforming the life.
Okay.
Then the second one is we are very committed for excellence in the education. We talk about excellence in the education, research, training. यहाँ पर गौरवित हम लोग बहुत participatory, student-centric education पे believe करते हैं. What my student want, this is very important. The third very important pillar, which is actually the dream of our Chancellor Sir, is that we really want to give or develop entrepreneurs. So this is what he always pushed, that let's make our students an enterprise. Let's give them that particular confidence. And the fourth very important pillar is we try to strengthen our faculty members, our team members, with research, with updating their learning. Because Gaurav, जब तक मैं अपनी learning को update नहीं करूँगी, I will be not able to teach with an updated knowledge. So these are the 4 pillars. If I just put it very short, it is best education, Gaurav. It is best teaching learning environment and the methods. Third is research, innovation, creativity. And the fourth and very important, Gaurav, that we work day and night so as we give best in the input-output process of our education.
Okay, ma'am. And ma'am, like you were a part of some of the top institutes and universities of the country. So what was your vision when you came to Kalinga University, and has it evolved, and how far are you in implementing that vision?
Gaurav, to be very honest with you, when I entered Kalinga University for the first time, it gave me that aha factor with beautiful flowers. University इतनी खूबसूरत लग रही थी, Gaurav, that every corner was telling me, hey, look at me, I'm so well decorated, I'm well cared. Believe me, I had to say कि ये एक ऐसी यूनिवर्सिटी है जिसका हर कॉर्नर you feel that कि किसी ने बहुत शिद्दत से सजाया है. So that is something like, it gives you a feel that, that infrastructure is in place. The second very important thing is, Gaurav, when we talk about the vision, is when you meet the leader. Because when you meet the leaders, it is very important that you are marching with their vision and mission or not, right? So when I met, I met Chancellor Sir, I met Chairman Sir. So we all follow their dreams, When I talk about our Chairman Sir, he has one thing which he always says, he believes that we are here to develop a talented, we have to be here to develop the talent among the students, and we should be able to have a knowledge creation university. You know, the chairman sir says that learning should not be confined in the classroom. We should aim on holistic, all-round development of the personality of the student. So here we all work for the experiential learning. So as we march with his vision, when I talk about our curriculum, when I talk about my co-curriculum or extracurriculum, believe me, we all march so as we meet Chancellor Sir's dream. When I talk about Chancellor Sir's dream, he always says that I just don't want that the student should be only ready for the job. I want that curriculum should be so beautifully defined that we are being able to produce more enterprise. We are being able to have ethical leaders for the country. He has this passion. He says that he wants to build up the leaders who has passion to lead India in the next golden age. So, you know, that vision, that dream, that inspired every one of us as a team member to fulfill that, so as we can make this university as a topmost university which can contribute to the country as well as to the world.
And ma'am,
Yes, Gaurav.
like, even though everyone knows about Kalinga University, it is such a big name. But are there certain things that you would like to tell to our audience that the people might not know about the university?
Gaurav, there are so many things, to be very honest with you. We have been recognized and rewarded from every corner, to be very honest with you. We have so many things which everybody should know. Like, you know, we are the 8th private university in the country which has been approved under 12B by UGC.
Okay.
We are being rewarded as the best private university in Central India by ASMO in 2019, 44th ranked top university by Outlook in 2019, 30th ranked up top university by India Today. Our management department was being taken as the 3rd best in the country by the Survey of Competition Success Review in 2019. So there are so many things, Gaurav, which actually has given so much of Gaurav to our university, which I feel everybody should know, because it has so much of the hard work. You know, the rewards come when there is so much of the hard work which has been put behind it.
Ma'am, like you mentioned about some of the awards that the university has received from various publishers and organizations. So, according to you, what is that greatest strength that has gone or contributed the most when it comes to achieving these rankings and awards?
Greatest strength is our own stakeholders. To be very honest with you, Gaurav, we really value our stakeholders over here in this university. When I talk about the stakeholders, the first come is our faculty team and the supporting team, right? The second one is our student and our alumni. The third one is the satisfied parent of our student. That is very important for us because they had faith on us. They have sent their children to us. So if they are being satisfied, I think that is what our strength is. And the fourth one is our knowledge partners. Gaurav, it is very important that we are being always connected with the industry. At Kalinga, the advantage what we have is we have lots of knowledge partners from the industry who delivers, who comes over here, who takes our students for the live project, so as the student doesn't get a shock when they go to the real world, right? So this is what our fourth strength is. And the fifth strength is our extension activities. Gaurav, we have taken 5 villages, the nearby 5 villages, where we support those villages. You know, we want our students to be sensitive enough for the society. We don't want them to have only the glamour of the corporate world. We also want them to tighten their shoes and work as as an enterprise, or to work for the society also. So we just open up the doors for them, that this is the corporate life, this will be your own venture, and this is what you should contribute to the society. So with the extension activity, the student learns that. So if I put it across to you, we have our 5 strengths: my faculty members, the team, the supporting team, our student alumni, satisfied parents, and satisfied employers who has taken our students, then our industry knowledge partners, and our extension activities. So these are our 5 major strengths.
And ma'am, with an experience like yours in the education space, according to you, what are the difficulties that the education sector faces at the moment, and specifically the university?
Yes. Gaurav, when we talk about university, please understand, we are dealing with 2 things. One, we are dealing with Generation Z. And another thing, we are dealing with responsible adult learners. Now, these two things are very demanding and very aware. You know, when I talk about Generation Z, unlike us, they have Google who helps them. They have so many platforms from where they are being well aware, as well as they are well demanded. Second, they are responsible adult learners. That means they know what they want to learn. They know what skills they wanted from you. You know, when a students come to your class, the Generation Z now, when they come to their class, they're very clear that what they can learn by their own, what is the things which they wanted from you. You know, so it is a challenge for us being a leader in academics, that you actually have to work on that. How do you make the teaching learning process interesting, so as you are being able to give what this Generation Z wants? You know, the pedagogy which works with K-12 segment will not work in higher education, because student who comes to you, they have lots of expectations from you. Second, they have a very practical mindset. You know, they will always listen to you, which will be benefited to them in their future, right? So gone those days where the student will be a passive listener. You know, gone those days where it will be stage on stage, that I'm on the stage, so I will speak. No, it is not like that. Now we should always feel that it is like guide on your side. That is, you're a mentor to them. You are supporting them. So, Gaurav, now you have to make your teaching learning in such a manner that they are active listeners, they are active and participatory students in the classroom. So now this is what the challenge is, which we have to work on it, as well as all the students nowadays, they want the global learning also. You know, it is very important that you take the students outside the country, let them learn the different culture, let them see what the different countries are being doing, how the teaching learning is being there. So these are the major challenges which we have to be very conscious. And honestly, I'm telling you, as an academician, we always work. We cannot stick with our old learning we have to be very innovative. We have to be as young as our Generation Z. This
Yes.
is what it's the challenge, Gaurav.
Okay. And ma'am, like the university has been like getting some interest even from the international students as well. So in such a case, have you been working on some international programs, and if what, then to what extent are they?
Gaurav, I must tell you one thing, that it's only Kalinga University who has the maximum international student in Chhattisgarh,
Okay.
right? Over here, apart from the academic challenges, we also have to be very conscious that the student doesn't feel socially isolated.
Yeah.
We work on their cultural adjustment, their food habits, their behavior. Apart from the academic culture, there are lots of things which you have to take care of. Their communication, how comfortable they are with their professors, the classmates, the staff. So we try to actually accommodate them, work on it so as they feel it as their second home. And believe me, Gaurav, you feel so satisfied when a student goes back and they write you a mail or a message, a small message dropping at your WhatsApp saying that I miss India, I miss Kalinga, I miss Raipur. So that is something like, whatever the small efforts which we were being doing for them, it was worth. Right, Gaurav?
Yes, ma'am. And ma'am, during COVID-19, it forced all the universities across India and world to suspend the physical classes and shift to the online mode. So in such a scenario, how did Kalinga University cope up?
Gaurav, actually, it was very difficult, transforming the century-old chalk and talk method,
Yes,
Uh,
ma'am.
it was like professors are still very comfortable. Chalk उठाए और लिखना शुरू कर दिया, and you make the students participate in that. So transforming from that chalk and talk to the technological teaching, communication platforms like Zoom, Google Meet, and all. It was little challenging, to have lots of e-resources, to make the faculty familiar with all those things, having the problems of internet, and there were so on things. I think it's endless. There were like so many things which were being there as a challenge. But believe me, Gaurav, now I feel I act smile to the students when I see them that they are not so comfortable with this particular model. We can call it as hybrid model, where they're so comfortable now that they can have their virtual meets with their peers. They sing songs, they have online games, they have experiential learnings. Honestly, it was so beautiful for me when I saw that they have their cultural program online, as well as they had their farewell online. So that was so beautiful. So I personally feel it helped lots of leaders to be invited over here. Lots of lectures were being there. So these were all possible with this particular online or this particular virtual background, virtual platform.
Yes, ma'am. And ma'am, this brings me to the last question of this interview. Any suggestions that you would like to give to the current youth or the aspiring students?
Oh, Gaurav, the same thing which I started with, Gaurav, I always believe very strongly that success does not come from marks, grades, or distinction. It comes from experience that expands your belief that what is possible, what is doable. I can do that. So my message to all the students is believe on yourself. Identify your strength. Love your passion. Give wings to your ideas and creativity. Be different. Study where you have curriculum, co-curriculum, extracurriculum, which is well defined. Be a part where your skills can be enhanced. Make it sure you have abilities and skills, not just the degree. Only my request to you all is be your best. Have the attitude that nothing is impossible. And you have so much to learn. So, all the best, students. That is only my wish to you all is that believe on yourself, give your best. Thank you so much, Gaurav.
Thank you so much, ma'am. This was certainly an insightful session. So, everyone,
Thank you, Gaurav.
this was Dr. Monika Sethi Sharma, Dean Faculty of Commerce and Management and Director, Incubation and Innovation Center at Kalinga University, Raipur, on the episode of Thoughtful Leaders, an initiative under Thoughts on Education by Collegedunia. Thank you so much, ma'am, for taking out the time and interacting with our audience.
Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you so much. Thank you.